Hello, I'm Georgios, the Executive Director of Fox, and this is another episode of the Director's Cut. It is mid-January 2021, and the whole world is still amazed by what happened on the 6th of January in Washington, D.C., when a crowd of angry people stormed the US Capitol and demanded the overturn of the election results. It is difficult to believe that the cradle of Western democracy and of modern democratic values and checks and balances has reached this point. It is perhaps something that was to be expected if one studied the gradual decline of the US, which started before the Trump era, but took another bad turn with the last US president. But now we have to deal with it, and one should not expect a miracle with a change in government, this to be reversed. It may not be reversed at all, it may in the long term. What we hope is that the US will remain at peace with itself, will find a way to coexist despite its cultural wars and the difference within it. And of course, that is the only thing that one can wish for the US and any country in the world. At the same time, we have to plan for the world as a whole, for the global governance system that can no longer obviously rely on a guarantor, on a hegemon that started and founded this system after the Second World War and continued to be there, to be relied on more or less depending on the presidency, but in general to be looked upon as the leader. Still until our days. As the US is becoming a more normal power, major power, but still one of many powers, and as regional organizations like the European Union, the African Union and others also increase their presence on the international stage, we have to rethink how this global governance system can guarantee what its real goal and purpose is, which is the well-being of everybody on this planet, the well-being of the planet itself, the resilience of communities and the sustainability of our nature and of our own social and economic systems. So if that becomes our goal, and in a new framework we can succeed, and we have to start on this path as soon as possible. Fox, with its grand narrative, a new approach to globalization, which is not based on power and profit, but exactly on well-being, resilience and sustainability, is offering its own framework within which this thinking and eventually action can take place. We will continue with our efforts to spread this understanding and framework, and to have our impact in key areas like UN reform or the reform of education systems, the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goals. We count on partnership with other forces in civil society, in academia, and of course in states and local and regional authorities, because this has to be a joint effort and can be a positive goal, a positive way forward, instead of trying to perpetuate a system that does not work, a system that has led to these inequalities, to trade wars, to potentially wars that could, with the current weapons, create a major havoc. So we need to go back to collective security, collective development, respect for agreements and treaties which should bind everybody, and respect for a higher level of sovereignty, a higher level of authority that should represent the common interest of the planet and of humanity. I think we can do it if we work together.